What's up, YouTube? I'm bringing you guys something completely different, but I think is very, very important. So we're going over traits. We're going to work on specifically penalty. Why it's important. You notice that this is on muthead.com. You can go check it out yourselves. You can go with Muthead database player from here, and you can look up. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do on. But we're going to be focusing primarily on defensive line, offensive line, the penalty discipline. Now, for example, Aaron Donald, he is a discipline, meaning he's much less likely to jump offside, even if you have pass rush set to aggressive. He's not going to jump offsides near as much. Now, you guys are going to be thinking, well, what about Khalil Mack? Khalil Mack's going to be a big issue, actually. While he is a fantastic pass rush, you got this major red flag right here. This is really, really bad. You don't want to see it. Now, he has everything that Aaron Donald does, but then this is probably the worst thing you could see on a player, undisciplined. Meaning, if you set anything to aggressive, tackling to aggressive, strip ball to aggressive, pass rush to aggressive, he's going to jump offside frequently. He's going to get face mask frequently, or he's just going to, I don't know what tackling would do, maybe like whiff him a lot more tackles. I'm not entirely sure how that affected, but you guys get the idea. Penalties are going to occur much more frequently if you set something to aggressive. So keep that in mind with penalties. With Khalil Mack, I personally would avoid him and just get an Aaron Donald instead. You can always move him around. It's no big deal. Now, you also have, let's go with TJ Watt. TJ Watt is set to normal. TJ Watt works. JJ Watt, same thing. Penalty normal. Now, I couldn't tell you guys an exact number, as I don't know the code behind this. I don't know how they do this. Whatever normal is, it's less frequent than undisciplined, but more frequent than disciplined. That's the best. It's going to be something you guys are going to have to just kind of play with and just to see what exactly happens with certain adjustments beyond the defense and offense. But it's between undisciplined, it's kind of common sense, undisciplined and disciplined. I'd always want to go with somebody such as Aaron Donald that is great for pass rush, run stuff, and he's disciplined on top of that. So you could have pass rush. If you could have an Aaron Donald on defensive tackle, defense, right end to left end, you would be set. You would almost never get caught off sides. Now, you will occasionally get caught off sides, but not as frequently. So that's what the defensive line. Now, offensive line is going to be a little bit different. This is my guy. This is who I use for my offensive line, my left guard personally. You notice his penalty is normal. Again, in between undisciplined and disciplined. I wanted to get, let me see, this is an issue. This is a big issue. We have, I'm not even going to say his name, another left guard. But the problem is if you guys have not pass block, but just blocking set to aggressive, which allows them to open up holes if you run the ball, holds on to the block significantly better, you're going to run into a lot of problems with this. Undisciplined, you're going to get a lot of holding penalties called against you. If you have undisciplined across your entire offensive line, you're probably going to get a flag every single snap. So that is a very big issue. So we're going to go over to here. We're going to look up some offensive line that have discipline. So let's just go left guard, advanced. You can go down to penalty right here. Disciplined, perfect. We're just going to the first guy that pops up, Steve Hutchinson. Perfect. Now, he's not necessarily somebody I would go with anymore. He's kind of outdated and old. But you notice right here, penalty is now disciplined. You guys could, now I've tested this a little bit. Not really too in depth, but I have noticed a huge difference. With a player that is disciplined, if you set blocking to aggressive, no matter if it's a pass, if it's a run, your blocks are going to be significantly better, and you're not going to get a lot of flags called on you, such as holding flags, because they have that discipline trait. They're not going to cause that penalty on you. Now, this goes for wide receivers as well. It's just, I don't know what Larry Fitzgerald is like, so we're going to both learn together. Now, one thing I'd like to point out, overall does not change traits. Traits are based on the player itself. And you see right here, penalty, normal. So again, in between disciplined and undisciplined. Let's just see if we can find a wide receiver with the disciplined. All right, we got Julian Edelman. If you guys want to be able to run the inside zone out of like a trips formation or even like bunch tight end, if you have disciplined wide receivers, they're going to get a lot, significantly less. I don't know, I couldn't give you a percent, but significant number less penalties of holding called against them. Simply because they're disciplined. Now here, this is there's a lot more stuff with wide receivers than there are defensive line and offensive line. But each player has its own traits. We won't go over that right now. I just want to focus on discipline. But that pretty much brings me to the importance of team. I'd show you guys, but clearly my controller is connected and it's saying it's not connected. So this will end the video right there. EA just does not want me to win whatsoever. So until next time, guys, kind of off the camera and getting a laugh. This has been Team Heister, bringing you guys this little different kind of view on the more unknown parts of Madden. Give my little insight. Get in the lab. Till next time. See ya.